Hey guys, Lieutenant Curious here today. I am here with LEGO Star Wars Mini MOC number 59 on the planet of Ankhural. Now, Ankhural is a very interesting planet. It is known for having the terrain described as silicon fields, and silicon is a metal. It is actually in our periodic table of elements, and silicon is like this shiny metal, and I didn't really have like a shiny, I have shiny pieces like the metallic silver in color in LEGO, but I wanted to use tiles and I don't have that color in tiles, so I just compromised with light bluish gray. As you can see, this is what I did for the silicon patches. I thought it turned out pretty good in this terrain, especially I really liked all of the dark tan detailing in the terrain like I've done multiple times before. But besides that, in this mini MOC, it is on the planet of Ankhural, and this planet is known for having lots of slums, and basically that's worn out towns and villages, you could call it. And it is also home to, well, it's to the Umbarans, which are an immigrated species, which means they traveled to this planet. Obviously, it's not their home planet. Their home planet is obviously Umbara. But besides that, we have some stormtroopers coming in here because they found some Mandalorians, because also Mandalorians use this, well, in fact, the Death Watch used this planet as a hideout during the Imperial era. But yeah, that's about it. Let's get into that overhead shot. Alright guys, so as you can see, this mini MOC is on a 32 by 64, which is 2 green base plates, and you can see how this terrain has one base color, which is dark tan, and you can see how I just used plates to layer, especially in this corner. I layered quite a bit, and I really like doing that. I added lots of detail in 1x2 and 1x1, mostly dark tan plates. And then I also added some olive green, some dark brown, and a decent amount of medium dark flesh, which is another color that I like to use in terrain, especially with dark tan. And like I said earlier, the silicon, which is a metal that I have in light bluish gray, is in patches of tiles. I really like how this looks, especially this one here in the corner. I like how those smooth patches look on all of the, like within all the rough sand in dark tan. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this terrain. I'll give you guys a few shots of that. But besides that, the entrance or the outskirts of the town are right here. This is like the border of the town, and we have these 2 buildings. This one used to be a library and now is very worn out, and this other one is just kind of a hallway to a bigger building, and I tried this roof design out. Not really a huge fan of it, but yeah. And be sure to let me know what you guys think of the terrain, the buildings, the battle going on, and things like that. So let's get right into that battle over here. Alright, so as you guys can see, we have 3 stormtroopers coming in here. 2 of them have a lot of equipment. They have some nice backpacks. They have, if I can turn this around here, that one there has some really nice detail on his backpack, and the other one has similar detail but not the exact same. And they just have some really cool details. They are carrying DC-15As. And then the other stormtrooper over here is on a speeder bike and is dodging an explosion. I used a dark tan bush, and I also added a bunch of fire pieces. You can just stick them right in there. And then a bunch of trans orange cheese slopes just to add to the explosion, just to add to the effects of the explosion. You can see, like I said earlier, all of this nice detail in dark tan. I really like this angle in particular, and there's just some really, really nice terrain detailing in here. Obviously, you can see how I personally like this a lot, with my favorite color, dark brown, on top of the medium dark flesh and all of that. But Now let's get back over here and get a nice shot of the battle going on. So, as you can see, we have a Mandalorian right here who is shooting. He has 2 blaster pistols. He is shooting one at the stormtrooper. He's not the one that caused this explosion, though. He is shooting at this stormtrooper and also this other one. And this stormtrooper is shooting at him. So lots of laser fire going on. This speeder bike, before it had to move over because of the explosion, which is coming from inside the building, is shooting at this Mandalorian, who is getting launched forward, and that's why he's throwing his hands up in the air. He dropped his binoculars, or the high-tech binoculars. We have an Umbaran, which is disguised in, well, not anymore, but was disguised in stormtrooper armor. We also have an Ithorian who is sitting there crouched. You can see his knees. And then up here we have another Umbaran in some more tribal clothing. And then we also have a Weequay in here who is the one that caused this explosion, since he has a rocket launcher. And so now let's get into those buildings and the design I created on the outside. Alright, so as you guys can see, here's the outside of these buildings. I wanted to create a very medieval type of style, but also not make it look very medieval at the same time, because obviously this is not a medieval MOC. You can see that I added lots of different pieces, lots of different colors, pieces that range from masonry bricks to 1x1 cylinders to studs in all sorts of different colors, 1x2 plates, 1x1 plates, all of that. You can see how that works. And I also added a bunch of bricks with the stud on the side just so I could add some detail on the outside with jumper plates, studs, etc. You can see how that looks. And like I said, lots of different colors. So you can see sand green, olive green, medium dark flesh, dark tan, reddish brown, dark brown. I could go on for days. Light bluish gray, dark bluish gray. All of those are included in this design. Right here we actually have an opening which has been there for a little while. And you can see this Weequay who is shooting his rocket launcher from inside out through the window. And that is what caused this explosion. This building here also has the same type of detailing on the outside, but on the inside we have this Rhodian who has he's more of a tribal type of Rhodian. He has an axe, a blaster pistol, and a nice backpack. That is not necessarily dynamite, it's just some type of bomb. It happens to be dynamite in Lego, but just tried to improvise a little bit. I wanted him to have some color variations overall. And right here, I will get a better look at this for you guys. And with the terrain, you can see that it is very detailed over here, but not as detailed in here, just because a lot of people and all sorts of people have walked through here and caused it to be a little smoother and flatter. As you can see, I use more 1x1 and 1x2 tiles to emphasize that. So you can see that I used some nice tiling and plated detailing in there. And up here, like I said, I wasn't a huge fan of this, but I did a tiled roof with all sorts of different colors. And on this roof, I basically just did kind of like the flooring that I did down here, just with light bluish gray tiles and a lot of overgrowth with olive green. And then of course this Umbaran that I really like how he looks. And then down in here, this used to be a library, but is now just used for sanctuary for random bounty hunters, terrorists, all sorts of random people that live in this slum. You can see the nice entrance here and all of these tiles. This was supposed to be some kind of like wooden floor, and I thought this turned out pretty cool. You can see the nice detail on the inside. So yeah, that's about it. I kind of went through this pretty quickly. I'll give you guys a nice few more shots of this terrain because I personally was a huge fan of it. I just really like how it sloped up and down in many different spots. Like you I'll show you guys real quick. So I had it slope in this corner all the way down through here and here, and I also had it slope up through here and come down this way and up through there, and that's where the hills were. But besides that, it is relatively flat and smooth sand terrain. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this mini mock. Now we'll get to letting you guys go. Alrighty guys, that's about it for this mini mock. Thank you for watching LEGO Star Wars mini mock number 59 on the planet of Ankhural. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out all my other 58 LEGO Star Wars mini mocks, as well as LEGO Star Wars MOCs, and of course the Serenno mini mock series, which just ended its 3rd season. So be sure to check out my Instagram for daily behind the scenes updates on all of my mocks, mini mocks, etc. Be sure to leave a like on the video to help me out, and subscribe for some more awesome LEGO Star Wars content if you haven't yet. Thanks for watching guys, and I will see you next time.